The following preview of the forthcoming book, Luchadores vs. Everything, is intended for all audiences, but especially fans of luchador movies and Mexican cinema history. In the 1960s and 70s, monsters ran wild through Mexican cinema, and only masked heroes stood between humanity and the darkness. El Santo, Blue Demon, Batwoman. Wrestlers by day, battling the bad guys at night. Vampires, mummies, robot assassins, mad scientists, evildoers of all sorts. It was Luchadores versus Everything. Their films were wild, weird, and absolutely wonderful. A cinematic universe decades before Hollywood caught on. Join film activist and member of the famed cinematic Calderón and García Besné families, Viviana García Besné, as she and her friends and colleagues dive into the history of her family's films of this beloved genre.
Hola, I am Viviana García Besné, and I've spent my life uncovering the lost and wonderful world of Mexican lucha horror cinema, pioneered by my family. These films feature legendary heroes El Santo and Blue Demon, and unforgettable characters like La Mujer Murciélago and Las Mujeres Pantera, as they battled pretty much everything the writers could dream up. These movies weren't just campy fun. They reflected a country wrestling with identity, modernity, and the deep human hunger for heroes. But their stories, and the incredible people who made them, have never been fully told and explored. And sharing this story has been a dream of mine for years. That's why myself, designer Jeffrey Everett, and Mask Republic are creating Luchadores vs. Everything, a full-color, richly illustrated book chronicling the making, the madness, and the magic behind these legendary films. For this book, I reach into the family's vaults to share secrets, chismes, rare behind-the-scenes photos, original scripts, personal letters, and much more. And of course, I couldn't do this alone. So we invited our dream team of lucha lovers, experts, historians, the biggest Lucha Libre collector in the world, cinema aficionados, and the people who literally kept these cult classic reels spinning, with movies like Santo contra el Cerebro del Mal, Santo contra la hija del Dr. Frankenstein, Santo contra la Mafia del Vicio, Santo contra la Magia Negra, and many other fantastic titles.
With your support, we could bring this book to life. Expertly researched, professionally designed and illustrated, meticulously printed, and packed with delights for fans, collectors, and scholars alike. Part history tome, part art project, all amazing. Featuring a foreword by Emmy-winning director and lucha lover Jorge Gutierrez, interviews and essays from experts in the arena, and exclusive artwork from a host of internationally acclaimed artists. Every backer will help keep the legacy of Lucha Libre cinema alive and keep the passion of El Santo and Blue Demon burning against the evils of the world. Backers can get historic documents, exclusive prints and artwork, even limited edition restorations of vintage movie posters. Because if you love monsters and masked heroes, this is your cinematic heritage. El Santo, Blue Demon, Batwoman. They fought for justice in the ring and for eternity on film.
Join me in celebrating our legacy. Let's unmask the past and keep the fighting spirit alive.